on the attacker's back, like on a turtle top. That is a difficult thing to do, understand? Where like we want to get out, we want to chest to chest, but certain scramble happens with you guys, and then you ended up actually, you know, on the attacker's backside turn.
Yes.
Okay? If that ever happens, 2 push-ups. That's an extra win. That is very difficult to do. Yeah? And as an attacker, you should not give it away. Yeah? Because you should get to neutral, let's say. Here, both of you kind of stood up, you know? There was not chest to chest, both of you were turtle, you know, like you were facing each other. You know, because if that's what actually happens, because if you're here, they're coming top, you're gonna get out, and you're gonna get turtle also. So you avoiding chest to chest, it builds better habits. Because later it's, you know, in competition, you have to have that attitude. You don't want to end up in bottom, you want to get up very fast, you know? You want to fight for top. So we punish the chest to chest. If you both get up, nobody gets anything. That's, you know, right thing to do. Don't give them anything. But if you end up, yeah, like an attacker's back, turtle, something, you get there, but just the back connection, that's like 2 push-ups. That is very hard to do, and if you are, we want to praise that, you know, and we want to demoralize them, you know. Okay? That shouldn't happen. It happens, that's what we're here, you know. We want to experience that, and this is not like, oh, you're bad, but we want to like, this is extra moral win, you know. And this push-up also guides a little bit your attention and intention, understand? It makes you think about that more, to win that way. So that's why the push-up is there. If you put the kids, I would go like, you get 5 points going behind them, you know? But as an adults, what did 5 point means to anything? Push up, you know? So, squat is too easy, yeah? So, anyway, so think about that. Now, any questions at the moment? What kind of questions do you have? Anything? You're like Estonians.
That type of, quick question.
Yes.
On that type of exercise we were doing,
Again?
on the exercise we were just doing
Yes.
a moment ago, are we allowed to use our legs to do a crucifix? Because a lot of times they'll start coming up and you just want to hook their leg, and or is that just too much?
At the moment, I would say no.
Okay.
Yeah, we had it in some of them. Yes. We want to just stay behind.
Yeah.
Okay? Because there's no other hooks, no other stuff, you know? So,
Yeah.
anyway, it's a good question. So, at the moment, yeah, staying behind. You know, whatever grips you had. And then if you learn to stay behind, you're calm to see what to do with hooks, you know? That's the whole point, yeah? To make you that calm that you've been here, you know everything what happens, and you know how to fight for top. So if you get a top, side control happens, you know some submission or you stay behind. So you're so calm there, you can go, okay, I see what happens, they go there, I've been there, you know, and how to put the hook in. So that's the whole point. Yeah, otherwise it's very hard to teach back takes because right away this happens and then you're not used to this, you know? And then you think that's your fault. It's actually, we can just do this. And that's why the messiness right away transfers to sparring, because it's right away we teach it with it. I really like it, Richard Feynman, you know, that famous clip about if you wanna, we observe nature, yeah, and then we do tests, and if the test will not correlate with nature, test is wrong, yeah? So so this is what also my experience is teaching this way, or teaching differently before that. Is we wanna see what jiu-jitsu is, and we wanna do jiu-jitsu that looks like jiu-jitsu we see. Okay? If it looks different, then it doesn't correlate with that, and it doesn't prepare us for that. Because sparring is the mess. So we wanna take those situations that we experience, we wanna make them smaller, constrain them so we can learn from them and experience them, and then but there has to be a context of that fight. It cannot be different than that. You know, that's the whole point. So if the experiment disagrees with the nature, what is, then it's experience is wrong. Okay? And that's why we cannot do like I said, dead weight drilling, because if you do it dead, I don't mind if you do a couple of repetitions, but if you do 50 repetitions of a non-resisting arm bar, it will not get you better at doing arm bars than somebody that resists. Okay? So that's the whole point. You see no fights, people don't tap, they're wiggling stuff, they're doing shit, you know, and this is not what you experienced, and then you do a fight, you go like, oh shit, this is way different than we did, you know, and then you have no skill to solve that problem. And you can actually be a health hazard because you will do something fast, and you can injure somebody because you're not prepared for that, you know. So how do we develop that control? So that's the whole point. So this is not sparring, this is not positional sparring, this is task focused drill, so task focused game, so task focused, I don't know, you can call it task focused positional sparring. Okay? So some people like to advocate it's just positional sparring. Anyway, now the rest of the hook again. So now we start with one hook, that's what before also, yeah? We have a one hook. So now we don't care which is bottom, top, who cares? We start with one hook in. Any grip you want upper body, like before, but hook is it, okay? And then defender, you can take the hook out or keep it, I don't really care, yeah? And your defender's job is still chest to chest, yeah? And then we have those push-ups. And so if the hook gets out, it's taken out, you can put the hook in if you can, okay? Because now you can develop different controls, outside and hook in. And that doesn't mean if the one hook is in, one hook is out, that the outside hook is like, you know? Outside hook does outside job. Figure out what kind of controls are there when the hook is in and one hook is out, okay? How you use your legs and stuff. There's ways. And I will show you later also when you experience that. So I'm forcing you to develop different back control, not just having two hooks in, because that's not the best thing every time, okay? So that's it. So now one hook in, and if it's in and out, who cares? We can put it back, you know? We can, now you hold the back and you can aim for a hook. Doesn't matter, who cares if it's top or bottom one?
So in this exercise, it's okay to switch.
Switch what?
Like you have one hook in, the other under. If you swap them,
It's just, the only thing is keep the one hook in. You're not allowed to put two hooks in. So if you go like, that's it. You know? If you want to play that game, you know. So, but yeah, so in that sense, only one hook can be in. Okay. So now the game is more real. Yeah, any grip you want, and this hook also gives us later opportunities to talk about jokes and everything else. You know? Usually that's a precursor for submissions and stuff. That one hook in. Okay, but we have to maintain that control long enough to make a decision of going submission or taking the back. So that's it. 4 minutes. Let's go.